Well, there, guys, it's finished. Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Arsenal 1. Finally, a win for Wolves at Molineux and in the league, breaking a 8-game winless run. A huge, huge 3 points. And a game full of drama as well. A really good game, I think, for the neutral. Really entertaining. And it had everything really, didn't it? Red cards, VAR drama, screamer, disallowed goals, everything really. So we're going to be talking about it today, giving my thoughts. My name is Dave from Talking Wolves. If you haven't already, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And Wolves or Arsenal fans, or if you are a neutral watching this, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on the game. So the Wolves lineup, quite surprising actually, but it's what I wanted. It's what I asked for in the match preview. Wolves reverting back to a back four. So we saw Rui Patricio starting goal, a back four of Max Kilman on the left, Willy Bolly and Connor Cody in the centre, and Nelson Semedo on the right. Midfield two of Ruben, Neves and Joao Moutinho. An attacking trio of Pedro Neto, Daniel Podence and Adama Traore, with Willian Jose as a striker just in front of them. And you've got to admit, Wolves started really poorly. Allowed Arsenal to way too much of the ball, way too much pressure early on. Saka, who came into the Arsenal team, there were rumours that he wasn't going to be available, but he was, and he just caused Wolves all sorts of problems, hitting the post really early doors. And just giving us loads and loads of problems. Max Kilman struggled a little bit. I think the longer the game went on, he impressed me, to be fair. But yeah, Max Kilman struggled a little bit to deal with that sheer pace and quality of Saka. And we got away with it a little bit there. But just poor defending overall again. Allowed Saka to score. Fortunately for Wolves, Lacazette was offside. And just really poor from Wolves, really poor defending, and we really got away with one there, to be honest. But we didn't learn. Again, it was poor defending, I think, for the first Arsenal goal. Ball coming up to Semedo. I thought his first touch was quite poor. And then, he's got the winger, I think it was Pepe, wasn't it, the goal scorer. He's got him where he wants him, really. And he just dives in. Well, he just goes in for the tackle. Pepe fools him. Through on goal, muscles off Semedo, and it's a decent finish. So really poor goal from Wolves' point of view to concede. I think Arsenal fans will be loving that, because I think he's very, very good from Nicolas Pepe for what he did. But for me, I was disappointed with how we allowed them to get in that sort of error and score that goal. But a lot of people again writing Wolves off. As per usual, which is fair enough. Nuno made a comment about stuff that he's seen on social media. So he knows what the mood was like ahead of this game. I saw a couple of people writing us off within sort of 20-25 minutes, which is fair enough. But Wolves were offering danger signs. I felt, even at 1-0 down, I felt we'd done more going forward than we did for the entire game against Crystal Palace. We had a couple of half chances from set pieces. Max Kilman had a header just over the bar. And then we got that little bit of luck. That we've probably not received for the last 2 months or so. And it's about time something swung our way. And we forced these errors today. It was much better from Wolves. Daniel Podence, great to see him back in that number 10 role. Darting through. I felt the ball to Willian Jose, who sort of got himself in between two defenders. I thought the ball could have been slightly earlier. Podence has played it through. Jose through on goal. You put your house on him to score it. And he's brought down by David Luiz. Looked a certain penalty in real time. First replay looked a bit suspect, to be fair, but there is contact there. Again, the red card is up for discussion. It depends how you look at the law, really. Did he make an obvious attempt to play the ball? No. So it's a red card when it's denying a goal scoring opportunity. But obviously there's double jeopardy rule and all sorts, really. So I'm not going to get into all of that. I'll let you guys decide. But red card for David Luiz, which gave Wolves the advantage. And Ruben Neves sticks the penalty away. Really good penalty, sending Leno the wrong way. And to go in at half-time with that momentum, getting ourselves back in the game and the man advantage, that was huge for Wolves. But Wolves still had a job to do. The fact that we got a goal so early in the second half, because imagine 70, 80 minutes had gone and we still hadn't scored a goal, how difficult we find it to break teams down. An early second half goal, and that allowed Wolves to go into cruise control and dominate the game. And you know what? Joao Moutinho, I'll hold my hands up now. I've been one of those fans over the last couple of weeks that has given him stick and, said he hasn't given, good performances, which I think is fair enough. But today, he was much, much better. Everybody put it up a few gears. And I've got to say, that strike from him is one of the best goals I've seen for a long time in a Wolverhampton Wanderers, Wolverhampton Wanderers player. Absolutely beautiful strike from Joao Moutinho. And that's what we need. We've had 2 goals today from central midfielders, which we weren't getting the rest of this season. If we saw Vitinha have a good chance, Neto and Adama, could have possibly gotten involved. The fact, we need to start relying on these plays around the striker to score goals. And Joao Moutinho today, possibly an early contender for goal of the season, a beautiful strike. And for him to play, the full 90 after getting a booking sort of 10, 15 minutes in, fair play, because I was worried. I thought Nuno would sort of drag him off, but very, very happy with his contribution today. And we just dominated from there on in, really. Held the ball really well. No real major mistakes or errors, did we? You always felt, even at 2-1, Arsenal could get themselves back in the game. But that second half was all Wolves. And, of course, ended up forcing another red card, this time for Bernd Leno. Adama causing Arsenal all sorts of problems today. And that's the Adama Traore we know and we love, and we know there's a player in there somewhere, and I've got to say his work rate was ramped up several levels today, defensively and going forward. And if we're going to, if he wants to be that player, I think a lot of Wolves fans in the back of their head know he is. These are the type of performances that he's got to put in consistently week in and week out. And the ball over the top to him, Leno comes out. To be fair, it looked like he'd headed it out, but as soon as the line's been flagged, it's got to be a red card. The fact is, he's not even, he's not even done it subtly, Leno. He's almost hooked it out with his arm. Definite red card all day. And Arsenal forced to bring the young lad in goal, which I felt we could have tested a little bit more. But you know what? I'm not too bothered. We've held on for the 3 points overall. Just a word on some individual performances. Overall, Patricio didn't really have much to do, did he, really? The back three, or the back two rather, today, Bolly I thought was immense. Cody as well, did what he needed to do. I don't think he was sort of targeted too much, but sort of did what he needed to do. Semedo, other than the goal, I felt he had a very solid performance. Going forward, helping Traore out a lot more as well. And Max Kilman was another one who grew into the game slowly but surely. I do like him. I think, he's definitely got potential to play at that left back spot for the next couple of weeks if we need him to. Because I think he's confident on the ball. Some of his passing range is really, really decent as well. I've got to say the midfield team much more improved. Like I admitted, I was a little bit wary of that midfield too, but Joao Moutinho putting a lot more effort today, a lot more grind, and if we can see some more efforts on goal and, the recycling of possession from him and Neves as we did today, I think we'll be happier supporters. Adama Traore, like I said, just ramped it up. I think he's definitely within a shout if he wanted to be as man of the match. Every time he got the ball, he was looking at defenders saying, I'm going to beat you. And he was. The fact that he was able, and we have not seen this enough, when we know he can do it with his pace, he's passed the ball past the player 10 yards and running onto it. That's what we need to see him doing more. And he pulled it off 3 or 4 times today. Tremendous performance from him. Daniel Podence was getting involved lots as well. I was quite surprised to see him substituted off, but Vitinha did an adequate job just to help see out the game. Pedro Neto as well. Just putting that work rate, got in the positions. Probably could have knocked the ball in a little bit earlier. I think a couple of players are guilty for that. Possibly Semedo. I mentioned that against Palace as well. And Willian Jose, the link-up play from him today was fantastic. Second half as well, he created a couple of opportunities and could have arguably been a little bit more selfish on goal and got some strikes away. But the fact that we've now got a forward that's able to bring other players into the game, hold the ball up, is fantastic for Wolves. But look, we've got to take this into the weekend now where we play Leicester City. We dominate that game in the second half. But Arsenal were down to 9 men. But those are the type of performances that will give us the momentum, give us the confidence to hopefully get this season back on track. So full credit to the team for today's victory. And my name's been Dave for Talking Wolves. Very happy now. I'll be delighted for the rest of the week. Be sure to hit the like button on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll be back for the final word tomorrow evening. And I'll see you all very, very soon.